delivering live free picks for today's action. Before we get started, just a reminder of a few things. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, live picks, every single day, and also recorded picks from our handicapper experts. Be sure to like, subscribe, and set those notifications. Be live with us. And also, our promo code we have running, you can save 20% off our premium pick packages. When you use the promo code TonyT, you can access our page now by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. And also, we'd love to hear from you guys. Post your picks in the comments below. All right, let's take a look at who's on the show with us today. With us today will be Dylan, Ramon, and Collins. Let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Collins Brown. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he does great work. Also, to keep an eye on his video productions that he puts up there. He has some video shorts nightly for you. A good handful of games up there as well. Let's bring in Collins right now. I think we're ready to roll with Collins. Collins, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Could have had a better weekend if Oklahoma would have forced a game 3, but that's not what we're here for, so we're not even going to talk about it.
All right, we go. Right, looking forward here with Major League Baseball, a new series here at 8:40 Eastern Time. Dodgers, after that long game on Sunday night, make the trip to Colorado here to face the Rockies. The Dodgers, $2. Total sits at 11.5.
Yeah, so that long game in Atlanta last night is kind of a key point in this pick here. So we've got the Dodgers going to be in Denver tonight. The Dodgers 45-26, first in the division, while the Rockies 31-42 is going to be good enough for fifth in the division. Tyler Anderson is going to be going up against Chad Kuhl. Tyler Anderson was actually drafted by the Rockies, I believe. And then Anderson away this year, 3-0 with a 3.03 ERA and a 1.07 WHIP. While him in June, he's done pretty good with a 2-0 record, a 3.22 ERA, and a .90 WHIP. The Rockies have had an opportunity to hit Anderson once this season. They came out of that one with a 143 average and a 343 OPS. Anderson recorded a .5 WHIP in that game. And his counterpart, Kuhl, he's home. He's actually got a pretty good ERA with a 2-2 record and a 3.29 ERA and a 1.21 WHIP. In June, he struggled a little bit, has not recorded a win, and a little bit under a 5 ERA. But that WHIP is a little bit of cause for concern there with a 1.82. That's going to be his highest monthly WHIP of the season. And Kuhl has no starts against the Dodgers this season. So the Rockies the last 15 days have actually been hitting pretty decent. They kind of lightened up a bit in the last series, but 272 with a 782 OPS. The Dodgers hitting 276 with a 796 OPS. The Rockies at home, probably the best team in baseball at home, with a 279 average and a 799 OPS. The Dodgers away aren't incredible, but they're not horrible either, with a 260 average and a 766 OPS. And the Rockies against lefties, they actually hit pretty well, a 293 average and an 801 OPS, while the Dodgers against righties, 257 for a 772 OPS. The Dodgers away this year are 13, 23, and 3 to the over. And these two teams combined over their last 10 games are 8, 11, and 1 to the over. So a little bit contrarian here. I'm going to go under 11.5. As you mentioned, Tony, the Dodgers are getting off a plane late last night, early this morning, and I don't know how they're going to hit in this game. I really don't think they're going to show up too majorly. As I mentioned, they're first in the division right now. The Rockies are fifth, so I don't know if the offense is going to show up for this one. I can go ahead and tell you that Anderson will show up for this one. His Baseball Savant page is covered in red, while Kuhl is pretty much the exact opposite of Anderson as far as advanced stats go. So I'm just going to go ahead and say Anderson shoves against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers struggle to hit, keeping it under 11.5.
All right, Collins here going an angle here with the Dodgers. That late game here against Atlanta. Also an emotional game, right? That ninth inning rally, and of course having to hold up and get the save there against facing old Jansen. And of course they get the save there at the end to get the win. But they're moving to Colorado. We'll see how those bats perform. It's a different environment there, obviously, and in Colorado. And of course, I've talked to some people about Anderson. Some of them say, oh, that old form is going to show up. But sometimes when you move into an organization like the Dodgers or the Yankees, a lot of more attention to detail, a lot more scouting report, a lot more focus off the field. I think you notice with some of these smaller market teams or smaller budget teams is that as you know, as a catcher, there's a lot of meeting times, and the productivity levels are different. I think in some of these high-end organizations, the productivity is a little bit more are a lot better because you're dealing with situations where you have all these scouting reports, all these videos, and a lot more attention to detail. And some players, that's what they're looking for because they didn't have that in some of these little smaller market teams like Pittsburgh and even Colorado.
I don't see Anderson, and I agree 100% with what you just said. I don't think he goes back to his old form. The Dodgers, I read an article maybe a month or two ago where the Dodgers have been experimenting with a new pitch grip.
Yep.
It's like a slider, but it covers 12 inches. It covers pretty much the whole plate. Teams like that, like you're saying, they put so much more into just the small things, right? So whether or not it's changing a four-seam grip, changing how you throw your changeup, whatever it may be, and I actually kind of found this interesting. Anderson's most used pitch is his changeup. And so which I just mentioned that the Rockies hit left-handers really good, so they will have a platoon advantage. They do have a righty-heavy lineup. For me, as a right-handed hitter when I played, the changeup was the hardest pitch to hit.
Yeah.
It falls away from you. When you're a lefty, a right-handed changeup is hard to hit. A lefty changeup is probably a lot easier. But for me, any changeup was hard to hit. So if a lefty comes at me with a changeup heavy and I'm right-handed and he buries it low and into me, I'm going to have a really tough night. And I think that's part of the reason why the Rockies had that 343 OPS in the first game. I really do. I don't know how the Dodgers offense performs coming off that game last night. It was pretty much one of those that it wakes you up a little bit, but you really don't want to play the next day because you're still riding so high off that momentum and that adrenaline. So I don't think they probably got much sleep last night. I think they might be coming into this ballpark a little dead today, so we're going to go under 11.5.
Under 11. Also, they've been experimenting that pitch with Heaney. Heaney had some really early success. Of course, they've had a hard time getting him off that injured list, but he's had really success with that same pitch you were talking about. Dodgers, Rockies, under 11.5. This one will have a start time of 8:40 Eastern time. All right, Collins, let's take a look over at Tony's picks here for tonight's action. Well, we have 9 games from Major League Baseball and, of course, some other minor sports, WNBA as well out there. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so I've got 3 picks out on this Major League Baseball card. I actually kind of struggled with this card a little bit, trying to find those plays that I really, really liked. It was just a lot of deep diving, some pitchers that were very similar, some favorites out there that I thought may have been a little too much, or just some. It was kind of tough to dissect this card. It was only 8 games. I do have 3 picks, though, out on this. I do feel really comfortable with them. I took a lot of time deep diving into these, so I do feel comfortable. And I'm coming off of 3 straight winning days in baseball, in Major League Baseball. Friday had a pretty good day. Saturday stepped it up again, and then yesterday blew it out of the park with a 4-1 day. So I feel really comfortable with these 3 picks I've got. I didn't go too overboard here, only 8 games. And like I said, this card was kind of hard to dissect.
All right, guys, got to go to Collins Bound over at TonySpace.com. A Money Monday 3-pack up there. 3 best bets here from Major League Baseball. Affordable price in just $30. Or again, you can go long-term with Collins. He has a 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all of his premium plays for that time period you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, we're going to save some money here. We're going to take 20% off all premium pick packages when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That's good on any of the passes. The long-term pass, Collins has a baseball season pass for the remainder of the regular season, just $349. You could use it toward that. You could use it toward his 3-pack tonight or an all-sports pass. You name it. You use the promo code as you wish. But again, it's good on all purchases. So you can use it multiple times. So get on board there. You can access Collins' page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and getting signed up. All right, Collins, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. But I know you contribute a lot with the video shows. We've seen multiple picks up there on the site, on the channel.
Yeah, we had a short card today, like I mentioned a couple times, so there was only 2 out there. But make sure you go check those out. They're not going to take you long. It's going to give you a quick look at the game and kind of give you a side that I really like for the game. And Tony, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Santana getting traded to the Mariners? I don't know how to feel about it.
I don't. I don't know. I mean, is that? I just. Why again? I don't know why.
They traded him for two young arms.
Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. You're trying to build a franchise, and you got someone that's pitching quality. Why do you want to? Obviously he is a seasoned veteran. Maybe here's the reason why. Next, with these numbers he's putting up, maybe he may not fit in their financial plans. That may be a case. He may want a lot of money. So Pittsburgh, a lot of times they sign these guys on, no one's, they usually don't have a good pick a free agent, so they're going to be usually a short-term 1-year contract, expiring contract, stuff like that. So they don't want to probably pay him the money he's looking for next season, so they probably moved him over to Seattle. But again, it's tough to be a Pittsburgh fan when you have someone who's quality and you could build some numbers, and you're not. I don't want to say you're not that bad. I mean, 29-43 is a bad record, but you have a nice little run in the second half. We see teams like 5 games over 500 vie for a wild card. It's you go on a nice roll, you can get yourself in contention very easily in Major League Baseball now with 6 teams from each league in the playoffs.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the AL West standings. I did check through it, and I know that the Astros are 10 or 11 games ahead of the Rangers. And so if you're the Mariners, and we've talked about the Mariners a little bit this week, or a little bit last week rather, they don't look good right now. They're not playing a good brand of baseball. And so I'm thinking you sell at the trade line and try and get some value for some of these older veterans you've got. Winker hasn't been doing the thing for you, even though he did have a good weekend. But I don't understand for this Mariners team right now. I don't understand buying. That's my whole thing. I don't understand buying right now for this team.
Yeah, they're 34-40. I guess they got to try to do something here to try to get back in the wild card range. A lot of the pressure's on these general managers, these managers to perform, and ownership. They want a competitive product there on the field. They have a pretty good fan base there in Seattle, so I can see why they probably would want to get there. Flexen is a pitcher that's been back and forth. I mean, look, Marco Gonzalez. He's pitching above his numbers. I mean, his number. He pitches to high contact. He gets runners on base. You've got Kirby, who's one of their best pitchers up there. But again, I think they're just trying to contend. Like I said, they're only 6 games under 500. Like I said, you get 5 games over 500, you're in a pennant. You're in a wild card race come September.
Right, I do see that, but is Santana the guy that's going to jump you to 5 games over 500 before it's a little too late to make that run? I don't know. To me, the move didn't make a lot of sense. I'd rather have the young arms behind me, but yeah. It is what I've said it multiple times. That's why we don't make the lineups. We don't put people in. We don't perform any general manager task or manager tasks. We're just guys that dissect the game and really love it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Yeah, so some of these are head scratching, but again, they could have gotten a little better there. I know Castillo, Male are some guys people are looking at. I think I'd rather have those 2 arms, even though Male's ERAs are bad. His FIP is pretty good, and I think those are some of the arms that will probably help you a little longer term. But again, that's what they're going. They're going to Pittsburgh. They're going to get on the cheap there. So we got Collins. All right, guys, check out Collins over at his Twitter account we set up for him. Tony's Picks Seabear there. All right, Collins, have yourself a great evening. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, have a good one.
You got it. Collins Brown here on Game Day Picks. Hey, we're here Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live with us so you can bet into the best numbers. Let's continue on here with our Game Day Pick Show. Let's welcome in now Dylan Guesswin. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. I think we can find him in right now. Dylan, what's happening?
Tony, doing great. How about you?
Doing awesome. All right, here we go. Major League Baseball for tonight. 9:38 Eastern Time has the Angels hosting the White Sox. The Angels, $140. Total sits here at 8.5.
Yeah, so White Sox record 34-37, and in the away corner with a record of 35-40, we've got the fighting Angels here. No, I'm just kidding, but I did go 3-0 in UFC on Saturday night, so good run here. But both the White Sox and the Angels have been going bad as of late. Starters Lucas Giolito and Noah Syndergaard have done little to help the suffering here in this game. Fortunately, Giolito has been even worse than Syndergaard, and that should enable Angels to grab the win tonight. Giolito's 9 ERA and 1.95 WHIP over 4 starts this month has been terrible, yet he's pitched only 21 innings. I just can't really trust the White Sox bullpen here, which is 20th in the majors with a 4.19 ERA in their campaign. Angels should be able to grab their share of runs here early on. Mike Trout figures to be the guy to drive them in. He has a 1.092 OPS in June with 17 RBIs to his credit. Not to be underestimated by reigning AL MVP Shohei Ohtani here. He's batting 282 in June with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Syndergaard's struggled for much of 2022, but he can't, you should be able to keep the Chicago lineup in check here. The White Sox have only scored 7 runs in 4 games at home against the Orioles over the weekend. And looking at historical trends here, while play has been going towards the under recently, the over is 8-2 in the past 10 meetings between the two teams. And the over is also 8-3-1 in the past 12 road games for the White Sox. So my pick here is going to be on the over 8.5 runs.
All right, we got over 8.5 here from Dylan here with this Angels White Sox team. Yeah, when you look at Giolito, boy, he's really having struggles. The home runs have really hurting him this season. The strikeout numbers are there, but when they make contact with Giolito, boy, he's given up. So there's been some bad results for him, especially with those home runs. He's given up his ERA's balloon. He's set up to 5.5, whip of 1.56. And again, too many fly balls. Walk rate now up to 10%. Of course, the story with Syndergaard, of course, coming off that shoulder injury is his strikeouts. He's not a 30% strikeout guy, not even high 20s anymore. His strikeout rate has plummeted here down to 16.3%.
Yeah, we've got to manage the home run ball here. And I can't really pick a side here between these two teams. Both are struggling. Given the scrum, the Angels, I'm going to give them the edge in this game. But just given the numbers and pitching, not having control here, I'm going to go with the over.
He likes the over there. Hope you get some production here. Trout, Ohtani, a lot of pressure when you're surrounded by guys like Ward, Walsh, Duffy, Rengifo, Strassi, Mars, Velocity. The joke out here, it's stars surrounded by scrubs. That is the joke out here in SoCal when they talk about the Angels. Yeah, they make these high-priced free agents, but the guys around them, man, not the greatest. You see what happens when you lose guys like Rendon out of the lineup. You see that 14-game losing streak, just boom, the team just plummets there. And that's what they got to do. They got to keep their healthy bats healthy in this lineup. Of course, Rendon out for a long time. Again, going to hurt this Angel team. But again, it's the pitching staff here for the White Sox you're going against. As Giolito and the bullpen has just been atrocious here. We saw that in the Orioles series. We saw that also prior to that series as well. Angels White Sox over total of 8.5. This one to have a start time of 9:38 Eastern time. All right, Dylan, let's take a look over at Tony's picks. As you mentioned, red hot here in MMA here. 285 units of profit last 7 days. That is all documented to come off a really good fight night card. Of course, tonight we're looking at baseball with a 9-game card. Some WNBA as well in action. Some soccer too as well. What do you have going on over at Tony's picks?
Yeah, so I got a nice 4-pack for you guys today. We had a bad MLB day. It happens yesterday, but we're looking to continue that run here that we're on in the MLB. I've got 4 plays here, one nice underdog for you guys to grab at just $30. If you're not already signed up for one of my long-term packages, I have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Try me out, all the different leagues that I make picks in. And also grab my MLB season pass for $269. Very affordable pricing. Get all my plays for the entire MLB season. Head on over and let's make some money today.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with Dylan Guess-One over at Tony'sPicks.com. Showing great results. Just MMA last 7 days. Of course, he's got his plays up there for you right now. A massive money pick pass. It looks like there's a 4-pick pass up there for $30. Get on board with that. You can get on board, of course, with Dylan's long-term season passes. He has a 3, 7, or 30-day sports pass. All of his premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, he's in action in a lot of leagues right now. Of course, we've got baseball and WNBA. There's soccer. Of course, Wimbledon is in action as well. So get on board with that. Of course, with some of the summer golf tournaments, we have golf matchups that we sell, that we document as well on the site. So. And I just saw the big 3. I saw the big 3 in the back end yesterday. So we document a lot of sports over at Tony'sPicks.com. Dylan is in action here as well. So get on board, guys. With legalization now, all sports are in play now. It's all sports. A winner from Big 3 pays the same as a winner from baseball or NFL. It stays the same, guys. There's no doubt about that. So the long-term pass is the way to go, or you can get on board with Dylan's one-day pass today. Whatever you choose, use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You can access Dylan's page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. All right, Dylan, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. I know you do contribute up on the site with content as well, with videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to post as many videos as I can. Tough card today, so I couldn't give out enough videos here, so I just focused on my card for my premium plays. But check out in the future for those plays on YouTube and check us all out.
You got it. All right, Dylan. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Sounds great, Tony. Thanks.
You got it, Dylan. Guest one here on Game Day Picks. With your Game Day Picks, guys, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be with us live so you can bet into the best numbers. Let's continue on here on the show. Now it's time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at TonySpace.com. Seeing the top of the leaderboards now, doing really good work up there. Let's bring Ramon in right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, I'm just handicapping this weekend's game between the three-headed monsters and the aliens.
There you go.
I think. Either that or I'm drunk on strawberries and cream, staying up all night between the rain delays and tennis. But enjoying the tennis so far. I'm off to a slow start at Wimbledon, but great 2 weeks here of action.
That's right. I'm still trying to find it from the GM what's on our line feed. I know we have the major sports, but I'm all these minor sports. I get caught by Versailles, Mexican baseball. Then we got the big three in there, so I'm still trying to figure out what the heck we're getting. But we are documenting it. We are documenting. So I guess this is what's on our plan. We got it. So here we go. But anyway, tonight we've got Major League Baseball here with the Blue Jays here facing this red hot Red Sox team. The Blue Jays $1.80, total 9.5.
Okay, well, let's get a little more traditional then with the Red Sox and the Jays. The Jays, I say traditional to me, they're, 1977 expansion team. But anyways, Tony, let's take a look at it. I'm going to take a look at Seabold, the prospect of the Red Sox, a 26-year-old in this one going up against Kevin Gausman. Seabold, 2.09 ERA and an 0.99 whip with the Woo Sox this season, 2.83 ERA and 9 Ks per 9 over his last 2 seasons with the Woo Sox. So we're going to get to see him. They'll keep it traditional and have a starter here. There was an option the Red Sox could have spliced one together, but we'll see Seabold. Not their top pitching prospect, but not bad. And for Kevin Gausman, he's been struggling a little bit of late. 5 ERA in his last 3 starts, all losses, and a 1.81 whip in those last 3 games. We know these teams have been smashing, I think, Tony, right? The Jays 052 OPS this month, tops in the MLB, and of course the Red Sox on that 7-game winning streak. They've won 7 series in a row, 20 of their last 26, 16 of their last 21 on the road, and 8-3 their last 11 as an underdog. So I definitely like the matchup here for the Red Sox, especially Martinez and Bogarts in the lineup. Boston also hitting strong this month, not quite up there with that Jays OPS, but still 772 this month, 5th in MLB in OPS. The Sox are hitting 288 over the last 10 games. We know they're number 1 in hitting in the major leagues. It's batting average and 5th overall in OPS. So the Sox definitely a great 32-12, Tony, the last 44 for the Red Sox. They shook off any kind of mediocre start that they had. Now, as for Gausman, Tony, in the first 2 innings, Gausman has a 2.57 ERA, but once you get around that third time in the lineup, his ERA in the 3rd inning is over 6. So right now, the Jays involved in a lot of overs. I think that's what everyone knows about. 12-1 to the over in the last 13 games. Those games have been averaging 12.5 runs, and the Jays are 22-5 to the over at home in their last 27, with a bullpen ERA near 6 over the last 10 games for Toronto. Now, I do like some of their bats, certainly against Seabold. We'll see what the rookie has to offer. He has appeared in the major leagues, but this is his first start. But you figure BGO, Zimmer, a couple of bats that I'm going to like for the Blue Jays today. The Blue Jays, maybe they're not coming off the best staffs that they've faced. Orioles, Brewers, and White Sox. Brewers pretty good, but right now, Tony, the Blue Jays certainly really hitting well as well. Everybody knows that. 5-0 also to the over in their last 5 starts when the opponent has scored 5 or more in their last game. So for me, it's going to be over. It's 9.5. It's a free play, Tony. It opened 9, juiced up 9, went to 9.5. I still think it's borderline premium, but I want to give it out here on the show, because we're short on games as well. Red Sox and Jays to go over 9.5 tonight at the Rogers Center.
All right, Ramon here on the Blue Jays Red Sox over 9.5. Of course, Gosman, we're still trying to find out if Gosman's going to regress back to his old form prior to being with the Giants. Of course, that's everyone's thought here about Gosman. ERA over 3. We'll see how he does here. But, boy, this Toronto pitching staff has just been atrocious here. You go over the past, as you mentioned, you brought up some of these numbers over the past 10, how bad the bullpen's been. Even the starting pitching with ERA about 7.38. I think other than what Ross Stripling and Manoah, unless those two are on the mound, it's very difficult to back the Blue Jays.
Good thing they got all these bats that everybody loves, right? And hey, how about my man Alejandro Kirk? He's really turning some heads. He's a fun player to watch, man. He's one of my favorite guys in the league right now. This Blue Jays lineup certainly in pretty good position. We haven't seen the lineup yet, but you got to figure Tapia, Bichette, Vladdy, Teoscar. Pretty good. They're in a pretty good spot. We got to see, what Seabold has to offer. Those are pretty good numbers with the Blue Sox, no matter how you look at it. But still, it's not a major league competition. And I think it's a good move by the Red Sox to come with him in this game. Considering they're hot, they can afford to experiment a little bit. Just really impressive, certainly what the Red Sox are doing. Obviously, no one's ever going to sleep on Boston, and they're making their move right now.
No doubt about that. Late innings, of course, you got to hold off that Blue Jays bullpen. Hope that's where I think you can see a lot of the damage done there in these later innings as these Blue Jays go into a bullpen that has just been hit hard. Blue Jays Red Sox over total of 9.5. This one to have a start time here, 7 Eastern time. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com where you've been putting up some great numbers here. Coming off a nice NHL season. Of course, again, no victory lap for your NHL season. It's been great, over 1,200 units documented. So now we move into baseball and the other sports, tennis, Wimbledon in action, MLS. Of course, there's soccer there. Big Three were now documented, which was surprised me over the weekend. But anyway, 889 units of profit, 9-game card from Major League Baseball, some WNBA in there as well. What do you have going on over at the site?
Well, I've got 1 game loaded for the subscribers so far in the WNBA. Pretty decent weekend in the WNBA for me. And also be involved in Major League Baseball tonight on that 9-game card, Tony. Pretty good weekend. Dylan talked about his MMA. I also I had the plus 200 dog winner in the main event. Close one. Went to the cards, a little bit controversial, but I had the guy. Plus 200 winner in the main event, kind of capped off a pretty decent weekend. Saturday, we went for just shy of 1,000 units, Tony, on Saturday. So you look at that number there, that's pretty much my Saturday. I went plus 995 on Saturday. Everybody was pretty happy with that. Gave a little bit back on Sunday, and going to keep it rolling this week. Please make sure you're up and early for the tennis. Sorry to the subscribers today. We took a few L's so far, but we are still in action, and I do plan on having a pretty strong 2 weeks at Wimbledon despite today's results. But getting ready for a big week, Tony. Just grinding out this baseball, and we're going to miss our other sports. I did pretty well also on those last few hockey games. I think we won each and every one, so we were rolling there towards the end in the NHL. So really proud that I was able to do well and finish right at the top of the leaderboards with everybody in the 2 big sports of the winter, NBA basketball and NHL hockey.
That's right, guys. Again, we're with Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. You see numbers 889 units of profit. Actually, now 989. We're getting some grading here the last 7 days. Document over at the site, so get on board. You can visit Ramon's page. Go down to Pick History. Every play there is documented on the site. So now it's a good time to get on board with Ramon with a long-term pass. He does have his 3, 7, or 30-day sports pass. Get all of his premium plays for that period of time. You select when you go to his handicapper page. You make that purchase. Also, season passes from baseball up there right now, as well as CFL and WNBA. As you know, he's hard to work there with those WNBA and CFL videos. Not too early to talk college football. The college football season pass is now up there as well. So get on board. And whatever you choose, use the promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off all pre and pick packages. You use it as much as you like. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab. and then getting signed up there as well. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. So we'll talk with you tomorrow. I know you contribute a lot to this channel with your WNB videos, your CFL, and more. And of course, we do have Tony's Picks put together a Twitter account for you as well.
Yeah, and I got one play up there right now on Tony's Picks Ramon. So make sure you're logging on to all the handicappers from Tony's Picks on our Twitter accounts. On that account, Tony's Picks Ramon, just picks. No frivolous stuff there. Picks every day. Just 1 or 2 picks from all the handicappers. You're not going to get any BS, Tony. You're just going to get picks. So
Just picks.
Let's just cut tell it like it is.
Yeah, just the picks, no other stuff out there. So check it out, guys, there. And of course, hopefully get those videos up there. I got to meet with the social media people, get that stuff rolling. All right, Ramon, as always, continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate that, Tony. Appreciate you mentioning that college football package up as well. I have it up there because I've already got plays locked and loaded. We're going to beat those opening lines you have already for some of my subscribers that are on my long-term packages. So if you're interested, make sure you get involved with that package as soon as you can. I'm going to have plays coming throughout the next 2 months as we get ready for the college football opener. I'll mention it right now, Tony, August 27th. Can you wait?
Yep, today's June 27th, right? We're 2 months away. The countdown begins, and of course, preseason football August 5th. So a lot, of course, we still have football. They tackle and block in the CFL as well. So if you need a little football, Ramon will help you there too with the CFL. All right, Ramon, keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Appreciate you.
Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're here with you Game Day Picks on Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, you want to make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us so you can bet in the best numbers and you can take part in our chat room live. Of course, we had a really good chatter today. Christian Romaniello with some really good picks up there, a lot of good insight from our contributors there over on the chat room. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time for my pick, and let me go ahead and get the pick up for you now. Let me get the right card put up here. Here we go. We're going to be looking here at this one today between the Yankees and hang on. I think I've got it set. Here we go. We'll be looking here at the Yankees and Athletics at 7 Eastern Time. We got the Yankees 305 favorite. Total here sits at 8.5. That's what we'll be looking at this one. I'm going to be looking here at the total here, and I'm going to be going under 8.5 between this Yankees and Athletics team. Paul Blackburn, probably their best player, their best chance of being competitive any time he's on the hill. 14 starts, ERA under 3, WHIP of 1.18. Does limit his base runners. Strikeout rate of 17.5%. Do like his ground balls, especially here facing the Yankees. A 49% ground ball rate. And of course, Jordan Montgomery on the hill. 14 starts, 2.97 ERA, WHIP of 0.102. Also getting the ground balls here at 48%. Does limit his home run damage. And the thing here is you've got the Yankees, good starting pitching, great bullpen. It's going to be very difficult here for the Athletics to score on this Yankees team. So I'll be looking here at the Yankees Athletics under total of 8 runs. Hey guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com here for you today. I have up there right now my best bet for Major League Baseball and also a premium pick up there. So 2 premium picks up there for sale over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check it out. Also my long-term passes, 3, 7, and 30 sports pass. You get all of my premium plays. This would be for Major League Baseball here for the next period of time. You select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. And of course, you can save money here when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages and use the promo code TonyT. You can access our page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and getting signed up. I am the second units production right now over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check me out there and use that promo code to save some money. All right, let's take a look. Before we do, it's actually time for the recap. Let's recap the plays from today. We started the show off with Collins. He liked the Dodgers, Rockies under 11.5. Dylan was on the Angels, White Sox over 8.5. Ramon, Blue Jays, Red Sox over 9.5. Yours truly here, Yankees, Athletics under total of 8.5 runs. All right, that'll do it here for this edition of Game Day Picks. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers in from Tony'sPicks.com and give out live free picks for Tuesday's action. Of course, let's go ahead and bring in our crew today. Going to wave goodbye to you guys. Have yourself a great evening. Make it a winning one. We'll talk to you tomorrow live at 3 Eastern Time with Game Day Picks.